Rock Johnson has ruined professional wrestling. Here is why.
Can't disagree with you on this one.
We all complain about WrestleMania. We all complain about the main event. We all complain about how horrible Cody looked. We all complain about how bad the Travis Scott thing was. We all complain about how it felt like this story was like did not go anywhere, was not really stemming from anything. For the past couple of months, Trevor, there have been a lot of people doing a lot of talking online, a lot of people doing a lot of talking in the comment section, a lot of people doing a lot of talking in general about this amazing story that The Rock is doing. And he's 20 moves ahead of all of us. And he's just so great. And I love you, Rocky. They're talking all this stuff because The Rock came out at Bad Blood, held up 3 fingers. The Rock came out at Elimination Chamber with this great segment, a fantastic segment. I'll stand by that. And did like 2 fingers. And we're all supposed to believe, and the belief amongst all these fans were that The Rock this is all planned from day one. That none of this was at the last minute. None of us was done on the fly. Trevor, I'm about to present to you some evidence straight from the horse's mouth. The Rock was on Pat McAfee's show and said none of this was planned. None of this was supposed, like, he just came in there and he changed the main event of WrestleMania multiple times. All right. First, I want to get to this clip, and then I'll read out some other stuff from that happened. The Rock first explained why he wasn't at WrestleMania in one of the biggest PR spins I've ever heard. Here's what he had to say.
I need to stay out of that. Was there ever a moment where anybody was trying to tell you differently? Like, no, Final Boss. Anytime you're around is a good thing, not a bad thing.
No, but they don't have to say anything like that to me. And they know, and I come to them, and them meaning Triple H and Nick and Ari as well, and I lay this out, and I say, hey, here's how I really feel it should go. We can insert Final Boss in the end of this finish, but then where do we go? There's other commitments that I have, and I want to also be careful that we're not overstepping and leading over our skis too much here. Can get involved.
Okay, Trevor, I want to be clear about this. He said that, we can't just do a thing where the Final Boss shows up and then, like I would have shown up, but like, then what would I do? Where would we go from there? I'm like, bro, you literally did that a month ago. You literally did this a month ago.
There's so much you can do with it. Come on, dude.
Okay, and then I want to get to the most damning one, all right? The most damning one. So in the same interview, The Rock, in his own words, claims that in the lead up to Elimination Chamber, tickets weren't selling well, and Ari Emanuel called him. Tickets weren't selling well, Chamber were slow. They wanted to make it more must-see. We need the Final Boss. And by the way, he's glazing himself so hard in this interview. And he came up with the sell your soul idea for Cody Rhodes. And then Triple H and Cody said, that's what we're not doing. And they instead suggested John Cena. And Trevor, so The Rock confirmed that this was a last-minute decision. By the way, everything that he was saying in those promos, those are not scripted. The Rock is just shooting from the hip. He's touching Cody Rhodes' face, and Cody Rhodes is hearing for the first time, I need your soul. And Cody's like, the hell?
Right.
And Trevor, we're not done yet. Because you know why this makes so much sense? You know why this makes the most sense? Trevor, you notice how John Cena, after he turned heel, none of his gear changed, none of his merch changed, none of his character didn't change. That was not a storyline decision, Trevor.
It wasn't planned.
They wasn't planned, but they had already made all of the specialty gear, because in every city he has different gear. They already made all the specialty gear for Brussels, for London, for this entire European tour. So instead, Trevor, of telling a story of actually turning John Cena heel, they were like, well, we got to make our money back. And I'm not done there
yet.
Because The Rock, the Final Boss in all of his glory, then proceeds to say, and I quote, The Rock says that a top WWE star texted him saying that their soul was for sale. The text says I got from the text I got from top guys, one in particular who I love. He's my guy. I call him the Superman of the company. He's like, listen, my soul's for sale when it's time. And when I think about who the Superman of the company is, I'm thinking, who's Mr. WWE? Who's there whenever WWE needs him? Who's there whenever WWE is in a rut and they need someone to, carry a belt, establish a new belt or whatever?
Right.
This man, The Rock, is about to involve himself in one of the few good things WWE has going right now. And that being the Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, New Dangerous Alliance stuff.
Yeah.
And the worst part about all of this, and then I promise I want to hear your thoughts. Crash out, do what you gotta do. It's a lot of information to share. But the cherry on top, bro. The Rock comes in and says something's happening. It's happening.
That's true. Unfortunately,
Triple H has no control over it.
No.
And this is all an ego thing with him. It's insane. Anyway. Please, reaction to all of this, Trevor. How insane on the scale of 1 to 10 is The Rock?
So, he's up there. Truth be told, I was a huge Rock fan. Like The Rock. He was insane then, too, but he wasn't this insane because he didn't have this money. But I already knew that a lot of those promos weren't scripted because it sounded like it. It sounded like he just was spitting shit out of the top of his head and see if it hit. And you can even, I'm gonna tell you, Cody's face told it all. He's like he looked confused. The fact that all of this is just on the spot, made up because you trying to show who has the biggest cojones in the business is kind of pathetic, actually, and very egotistical. And like, what happens if it doesn't hit? I.e., now, like, what happens? You continue with it probably, and like right now you're ruining something that could have been great. You're ruining something that could have had the potential to be amazing. And the funny thing is, I told one of my buddies that the whole gear thing, I had a feeling that it wasn't part of the storyline. He just doesn't. They didn't make any gear for him. I kind of knew that.
Well, no, because they wanted to sell the gear they already had. They were like, "Well, we already made this awesome gear. We already made gear for every single city on this European tour." No, right. So now you're just gonna see, and it's like you're gonna come out in jorts and shit. So like, yeah, you're gonna wear this gear. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, now, is he done? I mean, my question is he done with this gear yet?
No. At this point, they're committed to it because the gear is going to sell.
Keep it now. Yeah, they're going to sell.
They're a money cow. Bro, the wild thing is, this man legitimately last year thought, this is how deluded The Rock is. This is how out of touch The Rock is. He legitimately believed that he could just walk in there, interrupt the main event, the plans. I'm the final boss. This is what I do. Like he just thought he could walk in there, take Cody's spot, and when fans cried out about it, he was like, "All right, I'm gonna show them this family tree. Look at this. Look, that's the Rocky Johnson. That's the Peter Maviel. Look, that's the Rikishi. That's the final boss right there." And he thought that was gonna be it.
Yeah, he did. He literally did.
He's so out of touch, dude. He's so out of touch. And that's why I'm sick of like all these people being like, "No, The Rock he's the smartest guy in wrestling."
No, he's not.
He's not. He's not.
He's a hell of a businessman. I'll tell you that. He's a hell of a businessman.
He's just, bro, this is the same dude who tried to. They had to restart the entire DCEU because they were gonna have to restart that train wreck anyway. But dude, The Rock was so bad. Like that was the final straw. They were just like, you know what? Fuck it. New Superman, new Batman. Shazam was the one good thing we had. Fuck Shazam. We don't need that no more.
Right, exactly.
It's insane. He's insane. He's not
insane.
And then, bro, the biggest thing, dude. The biggest thing. I'm sorry, Trevor. I'm crashing out.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay.
The big sorry, bro. The biggest thing that blew my mind. The Rock doesn't show up right on WrestleMania because he has these Moana reshoots. I get that.
Right.
The gall of this man to do an interview with Pat McAfee the day after. The gall of this man to just come up Pat McAfee the day after and be like, "Look, I'm the final boss. All right, look, I'm great. Look, Ari Emanuel, Bella Bajaria, they came to me and they were like, the final boss. We need him to sell some tickets. And that's what I said. I'm the fucking final boss and I'm going to do it." He's so high on his own supply. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous, dog. I gotta watch that interview.
I'll send it to you. It's wild. He is like he's so out of touch. And like, we'll get to it in a second. Like, people are crashing out about it. Even Jonathan Coachman crashed out on The Rock about it. It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, actually,